Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at some multi-tool options that we have that aren't a Leatherman or a Gerber, that are under the same kind of general style of those types of multi-tools. So what we have here is a selection of 4 multi-tools. So each one of these multi-tools actually cost me less than my original Leatherman Wave that I bought about 20 years ago. So let's take a look at each one individually. So the first tool we'll take a look at. So I have the True Titanium multi-tool. The main tool on this is going to be our screwdriver. To release our screwdriver, just push the little lever here and that'll pop up. It has 2 locking positions, so it'll lock at 90 degrees. It also has the ability to lock out at 180 degrees as well. They're going to be 1/4-inch bits. It's going to come with 2 bits and there's a magnet inside to make sure that those don't come out. To close it, it's going to be the exact same thing. Push down on the lever and it'll close no problem. For our knife blade, this knife blade is really sharp. I've cut myself on it once. It's a Tanto style blade and has an inline lock right here. The last feature that's on this knife is going to be a very large can opener, so you can open up your bottle of beer pretty easily with this. Someone on another video asked me if this could be used as a hammer. Unfortunately, there's no way that you can set this up similar to some of the other tools to use that for a hammer. So the next tool we'll take a look at, the DaiCamping DL12. Now this is going to be a fully functional multi-tool. So we're going to have a file. On our file we have our diamond bit on one side, then we have cross etching on the other side. To close it, we're just going to press our liner lock and then close the file. So we're going to have 2 separate blades on here. So we're going to have a straight edge blade, and to close it, same thing, we'll just press our liner lock. On the other side, we have a nice saw. This is a finer tooth saw, so it'll be better for drier wood. And then the last blade that we have is going to be a serrated edge for cutting rope. So if we open it up and look inside, so on one side we'll have a set of scissors, we'll have a large flat screwdriver, and then we'll have a very small flat screwdriver. This can also be used as a bottle opener as well. The other thing we're going to have is going to be a can opener. There we go, I got it open now. So on the other side we're going to have a screwdriver. It's going to come with 1 bit. It'll have a detent ball inside the bit. There's no magnet inside to hold that in. But this is a standard size 1/4-inch bit and can be changed out with other bits as well. And to close it, you just push on the back and it closes no problem. Then on both sides we're also going to have both a metric and imperial tape measure. And then the last thing we have is our pliers. So our pliers for this set is not replaceable cutters on it, which is something I would like to see on all pliers. The next multi-tool we'll take a look at is going to be a DaiCamping as well. So when I bought it, it did have a full set of bits on it. I'll put a picture of the bits on it up. Unfortunately, while I was on a hunting trip, I did lose those bits, and I haven't replaced those yet. So just keep in mind that this does come with a full set of bits. If we open that up, so this is going to be DaiCamping DL30. So for this, it's going to have a very similar tool set to the other one. So we're going to have a straight edge blade. And these blades come quite sharp. Something that's really nice about this one is the size of the scissors on it. So these are spring-loaded scissors, so they open up on their own, no problem at all, just by pushing it down. And to close it, we're just going to use our liner lock that we're using everywhere. On the other side, we're going to have a serrated edge knife for cutting rope. And then one of the features I absolutely love about this is going to be that we have a file on the other side. So we have a diamond head file, and then we have a cross-etch file. Now with this file is easily removable. So just open up the little latch here. We can take that out. The other thing we can do is I'll take a standard jigsaw blade. So we can change that file into a saw very easily. So this can be any kind of a saw blade. It can be a metal saw blade, a wood saw blade, and then we can switch back to our file very easily. The other really nice thing about a removable file, if you do need to sharpen your knife, you're going to be able to take that file by taking it off, then sharpening your knife that way. Moving to the inside, we're going to have our pliers, and these pliers do have replaceable teeth on them. Once again, we'll have a set of screwdriver bits. Now, it'll be the same idea with a D10 ball in it to hold it in. Then on the other side, we're going to have an awl, so that if we need to fix any of our equipment, we'll be able to do that. We'll have a large flat screwdriver and then a medium-sized flat screwdriver. The last thing we're going to have is going to be a can opener on this side. And the lock for these is going to be the same lock as we had on the other one. So just push on the back. On the bottom of our can opener, you can see right here that we have a small wire stripper as well, so that we can strip some wire with that very easily. And just to show you how that works, so I just grabbed this off of my workbench. Alright, once we cut through the outer cover, we can just pull that off, no problem at all. Last thing we'll have will be both imperial and metric tape measure on both sides there as well. The last thing it'll come with a small torque in the shape of an Allen key to take off the teeth. It also comes with a replacement set of teeth for this as well. And on either side of the pouch, on one side it'll have a slot for the Allen key, and then on the other side it'll have a slot for the saw blades. For the DL30, it's not going to come with a belt clip. For the DL12, it does have that belt clip, so you can carry that in your pocket or your belt very easily. Now, my Amazon order just came in the other day. So this is a very similar multi-tool. In fact, I would wager it's made at the exact same factory based on the design and the layout of it. So this is the first time I'm actually opening it up. And it does come with a little bit of a different tool set. So on the back, on the case, it has a different belt clip. So this belt clip you can slide over your belt or slide your belt through. It's going to be a plastic one. For the DaiCamping one, it's going to be a sewed-on strap. Let's take a look at the knife. So on the outside of the knife, it has a very nice cross-hatch file. And then on the other side, it's got a pretty aggressive diamond file. That diamond file even goes up above the notch there as well. We're going to have a large set of spring-loaded scissors. Now, I haven't tried these scissors at all. Let's just see how well they work. Yep, so those scissors are pretty sharp. It's cutting through braided cable, no problem at all. And same idea, we're going to have a liner lock there. On the other side, we're only going to have one knife blade on this multi-tool. So I kind of prefer this as for a knife blade. So we have a half straight edge knife, and then on the bottom we're going to have a serrated edge to cut rope with. Now for our saw, we have a pretty aggressive set of saw teeth here. Now this saw is going to be best used for dry wood as opposed to a green wood, but it will work perfectly fine. Now looking at the bottom, we're going to have a glass breaker right here. This multi-tool doesn't come with any screwdriver bits. However, it will allow us to take a 1/4 inch bit. There's two versions of this knife. The only difference I can tell between the two versions is one's quite a bit more expensive and comes with 3 screwdriver bits. The bottom side right here would be classified as a hammer. So if you needed to hammer something in lightly, I wouldn't want to hammer any huge things in. We also have a belt clip on the back side. So if we open it up, And these pliers do have replaceable teeth on them. Now there's a ferro rod right here. So to get our ferro rod out, we can pull on the back side here. And then we can take our ferro rod off. And then attached to our ferro rod as well, we're going to have a whistle. Now our ferro rod is coated with a piece of shrink wrap. Now I don't see anywhere where we can find replacement ferro rods for this. And this ferro rod is probably about 1/4 of an inch. Let me grab a tape measure and we'll see exactly how big it is. Okay, so this is just a tape measure I could find. So we're looking at about 3/16 of an inch for that ferro rod. And let's try that whistle out as well. It's not really the loudest whistle I've ever had. And let's try our ferro rod out just to see how soft it is and how well it throws a spark there. Now that we got the coating off, we're starting to get a nice little spark there. There we go. Now when you're putting that away, just make sure you're leaving that nub in there on the outside so it's going to be easier to get out. And then on the inside, it's got a nice awl. It's relatively sharp. We'll then have a large flathead screwdriver and a really small flathead screwdriver. And the last thing that we're going to have in here is going to be a wire stripper. This wire stripper looks like it'll actually work a little bit better than the one on the DaiCamping one does. Let's give that a try. Yeah, so that one works quite a bit easier. That edge is quite a bit sharper, and the angle is a lot better on that as well. Our can opener is fairly sharp. Our release mechanism on the back is going to be a similar design that we just push in on. Now I think this one's going to be my new everyday carry for the next little bit. See how much I like it and give my thoughts once I have worn it for a little bit longer. Up to this point, the DaiCamping one's been the one I've been carrying the most right now. And this is a very similar size multi-tool between the two. And then for my black DaiCamping, that one's just a little bit smaller there as well. And then we have the true titanium as well, which is about the same size as a smaller multi-tool, but just for one side and missing the pliers. So for our true titanium multi-tool, that's going to be about half the size of my smaller DaiCamping D12. That's going to be pretty much everything for today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down at the bottom and hit the bell notification so that you're notified every time that we drop a video. Right now I'm trying to drop about 3 videos a week. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a good day.